Governor Adeleke says University of Elisha has come to stay. National Broadcasting Commission vows to shut any station promoting anarchy. Angela Taylor, South Sudan's Defense Minister, sacked. Good evening. Welcome to the major report. Babatunde Bolatito is my name. The National Broadcasting Commission has vowed to shut any broadcast stations whose activities are capable of undermining peaceful coexistence in the country. The spokesman, Mr. Ekarel Anitia, stated this in Abuja that NBC's Director General, Malam Balarabe Ilela, gave the avowal at a meeting with broadcast stations on the coverage of the presidential and National Assembly elections. He warned that the NBC is giving out last warning to broadcast stations and will not hesitate to shut or revoke license of any when convinced that its activities are capable of undermining the peaceful coexistence of the country. He said the Commission monitored the coverage of the elections by some broadcast stations and noted how they avail from patriotic individuals their platform to make subversive, hateful, and inciting utterances, particularly post-election. Osho State Governor Senator Ademola Adeleke has reassured the people of Ijesha land that the proposed University of Elisha has come to stay. The governor stated this while receiving the report of the annual committee on University of Elisha during a familiarization visit to the school. The report will be brought to you in the course of this bulletin. Governor Ademola Adeleke has promised to look into the recommendations of the Mineral Resources Committee with a view to cleaning up the environment across the state. The governor disclosed this while receiving the report of the Solid Minerals Committee. Governor's Office correspondent Abdurrahim Adekilikun now reports.
Receiving the reports, Osun State Governor Senator Ademola Adeleke thanked the committee members for devoting their time in the service of the state. Senator Adeleke said the essence of setting up the committee was to set the record straight, saying that government will soon release a white paper based on their recommendations.
Just because you have given your report, submitted your report today, that doesn't mean that we can still call on you for some questions, or we still need you for one thing or the other concerning the solid minerals. And again, so we'll look into it.
Presenting the report to the governor, chairman of the committee, Mr. Olayinka Oyedotun, said the state has lost fortunes from the sharp practices of the operators of the Osun State mining field. According to him, most of the operators failed to carry out reclamation after excavating the resources, while majority of them also failed to remit funds due to the state government.
Osun State hold 75% of the title, but then you still have other titles, private owners. They are not paying their taxes, they are not paying their federal taxes, and a whole lot of things. So what we will ask the miners to do is to pay their employee taxes. However, there is a fee that they are supposed to pay at the beginning of the year.
Other members of the committee, including Professor Lukman Jimada, Barrister Hashim Abioye, said the state has suffered greatly from environmental degradation and that if recommendations by the committee are put to use, the state could be earning up to R1 billion monthly in revenues. Responding, the Secretary to the State Government, Alhaji Teslim Igbalayi, said issues of environmental cleaning as well as the cleaning of Osun River is being attended to by Governor Ademola Adeleke's administration. It has been Abdurrahim Adekileku reporting.
Osho State Governor Senator Ademola Adeleke has concluded the mop-up rally for candidates of the People's Democratic Party ahead of state assembly elections. Addressing members of the public in Oshobo and Irabiji, Governor Adeleke said the assembly election is strategic to entrench in its administration for the delivery of good governance. Governor's office correspondent Abdurrahim Adekilikun now completes the story.
The governor and his entourage were received at Edroaban in Ife North local government area. The visibly elated people cheered the governor, who had a road show. Shortly after paying homage on the Ogusua of Modakeke in Kanso, the governor moved to the Palace Square, where he appreciated the people and solicited their continued support. He assured them that what he has been able to achieve in just 100 days in office is just a tip of the iceberg if they vote massively for the candidate of the PDP in the State Assembly poll, flanked by the caretaker chairman of the People's Democratic Party in Osun State, Dr. Akindele Adekunle, and the secretary, Otumba Femi Karina, Honorable Sunday Bisi, and the Southwest coordinator of Atiku Okowa Women Campaign Group, Yeyelu Adupe Adeleke, Governor Demola Adeleke, reiterated the readiness of the PDP administration in Osun State to serve the people regardless of political party affiliations. The campaign train moved to Lagire and Sabo in Ile-Ife, where jubilant members of the public had been waiting for the governor's address. Senator Adeleke said his administration, apart from the regular payment of workers' salaries as well as the January and February 2016 half-salaries arrears that his administration inherited, his government has commenced the reconstruction of Enuwa Oniyangi Okeatan with spur to Ilode Junction in Ile-Ife, among several other projects. Senator Adeleke appealed to people of Ife to show their love again on Saturday by voting for the candidates of the PDP as lawmakers so as to entrench his government for better service delivery. In Ilesha, the message was the same. Senator Ademola Adeleke thanked the people of Ijesha land for their uncommon show of love, saying by the time his administration takes off fully with PDP candidates elected as members of the State House of Assembly, they will experience good governance that is people-oriented. In their separate messages, the Southwest Women Coordinator of Atiku Okowa Campaign, Yeyelu Adupe Adeleke, Chairman of the Caretaker State Working Committee of PDP in Osun State, Dr. Adekunle Akindele, and Honorable Sunday Bisi, thanked the people for standing by the PDP in the last general election, which resulted in the emergence of 3 senators and 9 representatives elect. They enjoined the electorate to go out en masse on Saturday, 11th March, to vote for the PDP. It has been Abdurrahim Adekilikun reporting.
No fewer than 500 victims of rainstorm and flood benefited from relief materials courtesy of Osun State government. Speaking at the distribution exercise, the Chief of Staff to the Governor, Alhaji Kazeem Akinlaye, implored individuals to be conscious of their environment and disease from dumping refuse on waterways. Our man, Saheed Adeboje, has the details.
Victims of flood and rainstorm in Ejibo, the Chief of Staff to the Governor, Alhaji Kazeem Akinlaye, appreciated the kind gesture of Governor Ademola Adeleke, which led to the procurement of the relief materials through the Osun Emergency Management Agency, OSEMA, and the National Emergency Agency. Sympathizing with those affected by flood or rainstorms, the Chief of Staff, who spoke through the General Manager, OSEMA, Mr. Amos Adejile, assured that the present administration felt their pains and will not relent at assisting them. Mr. Adejile called on individuals to take cleanliness as next to godliness to prevent future occurrence of flood and other related disasters.
We want to thank God Almighty. We want to thank our governor, our amiable governor, for the proactive action taken towards these relief materials given to the victims in Ejibo. Actually, when the disaster occurred, we informed the governor and we had to write to NEMA to both of them now to sit down, and then they thought it wise to give to the victims some materials, and That is what you are seeing.
A community leader in Ijibo, Dr. Esther Fagbewesa, while speaking, appreciated Governor Ademola Adeleke for the kind gesture, maintaining that the material distributed will cushion the effect of hardship on the victims.
Really, we are very thankful. We were surprised with this package because at the present time, we know the situation of the country, everything, we are living in hardship, but with the gesture of the PDP government, we are very grateful. And the government is highly appreciated.
Two of the beneficiaries, Mr. Samuel Adebisi and Mrs. Rebecca Adebayo, described Governor Ademola Adeleke as a leader with distinction who will remain indelible in their heart. Among materials distributed are food items, vegetable oils, sanitary pad, and other needs. For Osbc News, this is Said Adevoje reporting.
Nigeria's crude oil sales rose by 6.41% to push the Nigerian total exports to 26.79 trillion naira in 2022. This is a total trade rose by 1.79% from 39.75 trillion naira in 2021 to 52.39 trillion naira in 2022. In 2022, crude oil sales total 21.098 trillion naira, a 6.41% increase from 14.41 trillion naira in 2021. In 2022, crude oil accounted for 78.74% of total export. According to data from Nigeria Bureau of Statistics, total exports for 2022 rose by 41.72% from 18.91 trillion naira in 2021 to 26.79 trillion naira as of 2022. Import rose by 22.77% from 20.89% in 2021 to 25.59 trillion naira in 2022. Inter-Party Advisory Council has stated that the rescheduled governorship and assembly elections by Independent National Electoral Commission from March 11 to 18 will guarantee integrity, credibility, and transparency. It noted that the success of the election will be a step forward in the march to greatness, stability, economic, and visionary leadership. National Chairman of IPAC, Yabagi Sani, who spoke at Abuja, said, time is needed to ensure things are properly done as the destiny of over 200 million Nigerians are at stake. He noted that as major stakeholder, the council has always urged the electoral empire to ensure it starts early preparation and seek more time to ensure it conducts its free, credible, and inclusive form. Sani called on Nigerians to support INEC to discharge the duty that will define and redefine the destiny of the nation. The Supreme Court has signed Senator Ibrahim Shekarau as the candidate of the new Nigeria People's Party and recognized Senator Rufai Hanga as the party's candidate for the 2023 general election. He was declared winner of the 2023 Kano Central Senatorial District election under the NNPP. Shekarau, sitting senator, was in the NNPP and was nominated to vie for the senatorial position under its platform. However, before the election, he had announced his defection from NNPC and abandoned his senatorial ambition to join the People's Democratic Party. But the Independent National Electoral Commission later insisted that it still recognized him as the legitimate NNPP candidate, even though the party replaced him with Senator Hanga. Shekarau, who is going to the Red Chamber for the second time, was declared as the returning officer of the senatorial district, Professor Tijani Dama. The Supreme Court today affirmed the nomination of Hanga as the NNPC's authentic candidate. In a unanimous judgment, Justice Ian Okoro-led 5-member panel of the court faulted INEC's refusal to reflect Shekarau with anger after the former left the party for PDP before the election. The police command in Lagos State has handed over 4 suspected electoral offenders to the Independent National Electoral Commission for prosecution. The public relations officer of the police in Lagos, SP Benjamin Hunay, who confirmed this in newspaper, said out of 23 persons arrested during the presidential and parliamentary elections in the state, 6 of them were allegedly found to be culpable for election and criminal acts. He said 2 males and 2 females were handed over to INEC today for alleged unlawful possession of PVCs and diversion of sensitive electoral materials. The spokesman said that the 2 other suspects arrested same day will be prosecuted by the police for alleged unlawful possession of firearms. The ruling People's Democratic Party has challenged the opposition All Progressive Congress in Osun State to learn playing the politics by the rules by not scheming to circumvent the will of the people. It warned that such habitual opportunistic tendency may throw the country into crisis. These are the words of the chairman of the caretaker committee of PDP in Osun State, Dr. Akindele Adekunle, in a release alleging that APC has been pressing the Inspector General of Police, Usman Alkali Baba, through petitions aimed at turning the state into a police state. Dr. Adekunle specifically alleged that the National Secretary of the APC of instigating petitions to put pressure on the IGP to use police or any other security agency to harass innocent members of the public. Osun PDP then warned that the people will attempt to intimidate or cow them into submission. Dr. Akindele, however, appealed to the Inspector General of Police to investigate accusations from any quarter who may be merely looking for police accomplices to subvert electoral verdict of Osun people. Members of the Joint Health Sector Union of Uni Osun Teaching Hospital have commended Governor Ademola Adeleke for implementing policies favorable to health workers, especially at the teaching hospital. They gave the commendation at the Congress meeting held in the premises of Uni Osun Teaching Hospital, Osogbo, on Motayo Adebodu. Now bring details.
At the Congress held at the State Teaching Hospital in Osogbo, the members of the Joint Health Sector Union were full of appreciation to Governor Ademola Adeleke for some of his achievements for the past 100 days and his effort to turn around the health sector in the state. Speaking at a press conference after the Congress, the chairperson of Joint Health Sector Union, Uni Osun Teaching Hospital Chapter, Comrade Sabaina Adejobi, rolled out some of the things the union has benefited from the government, which includes but not limited to the implementation of staff with nominal promotion letters, approval of promotion for due staffs, implementation of conversion for due staffs, training and retraining of staffs, and welfare of members as at when due. She, however, highlighted some of the challenges being faced by the union, which requires urgent attention, such as the proper implementation of the new minimum wage for Uni Osun Teaching Hospital health workers, re-implementation of reviewed hazard allowance for hospitals, medical centers, and clinics in ministries, departments, and agencies. This said allowance has been implemented by the federal government with effect from January 2022.
By appreciating him because Oliver Tees still wants more. We have been enjoying the training and retraining in this institution, but the past edit we are using before. But the one that is reviewed now said the only student or the clinical will be training. No, we want it to be as we are using it before, both training and retraining of clinical and non-clinical, because we are now in teaching hospital, and every members of the staff need to update themselves.
The Joint Health Sector Union is the coming together of 5 different unions in Uni Osun Teaching Hospital, naming the Medical and Health Workers Union of Nigeria, National Association of Nigerian Nurses and Midwives, Non-Academic Staff Union of Education, Nigerian Union of Allied Health Professionals, and Senior State Association of University Teaching Hospital Research Institute and associated institutions. This is Omotayo Adibodun reporting for Osbc News.
Now welcome to our sports segment. The Nigerian Football Federation has moved the final round of the Under-23 Africa Cup of Nations qualifier game between Nigeria and Guinea, which will be played on Wednesday from Ibadan to Abuja at the Moshood Abiola National Stadium. Minister of Youth and Sports Sunday Dare had proclaimed the Lagos Salami Stadium, Ibadan, as the base of the Under-23 team for the quest to qualify for the 2024 Olympics. He has been dismissed from a position as Defense Minister. South Sudan President Salva Kiir and his first deputy, Riek Machar, are expected to meet soon at the State House in the capital, Juba, to discuss the recent dismissal of Defense Minister Angela Teddy. Mr. Kiir also swapped the Ministries of Defense and Interior, taking defense to his political party, the Sudan People's Liberation Movement, and the Interior Ministry to Mr. Machar's Sudan People's Liberation Movement in opposition. That ends the major report on Osbc TV. It was edited by Michael Adini. Babatunde Bulatito is my name. Good night.